Here we go, Tyler. Frankie's Magic Football versus the Pirate Pillagers, Part 5. Louise laughed, then tried to cover it with her hand. Something funny, Missy asked the captain. I just didn't know pirates played football, Louise replied. Rolf growled and chucked the ball into the air. Tyto swooped down and knocked it with his beak to Scarlet. She flipped onto her hands and caught the ball between her feet and tossed it to Captain Cropper. He bounced the ball on one foot 3 times, then pinned it against the deck with his wooden leg. You're in for a surprise, Missy, he said. What's the prize? Asked Charlie. And don't say buried treasure. The ref flickered above Louise's console. The winner will get to play again. And the loser? Gulped Frankie. Rolf extended his hooked hand over the side of the ship. The loser ends up there until they build a raft or the crabs eat them. Frankie squinted and saw a low, flat island dotted with palm trees and not much else. It's my fault we're here, he thought. There's no way I'm letting my friends get marooned on a desert island. May the best dog win, said Max, scampering back and forth. Frankie swelled his chest and stepped up to face Captain Cropper. He held out his hand. Let's start the game. Captain Cropper snarled at the hand. Where's the goal? Said Charlie. Shall we use a couple of masts? The ref shook his head. Each game in the league has different rules. Scarlet drew a cutlass and pointed to a tiny basket on top of the main mast. The winner is the first to score 3 goals in the crow's nest. That's not how we play back home, said Louise. Not our problem, said Captain Cropper, throwing the ball onto the centre of the deck as soon as it stopped. A cannon blasted from the side of the ship, making Frankie's ears ring. Ready, said the ref. He brought his whistle to his lips and blew. Captain Cropper pounced towards the ball and Frankie dashed in too. He slid across the deck and reached the ball first, sending it between his opponent's legs. Frankie scooped the ball onto his foot and sent it curling into the crow's nest. Barnacles, muttered the captain. 1-0 to Frankie's team, shouted Charlie. Beginner's luck, squawked Tyto. The game restarted with another boom from the cannon, and again Frankie closed on the ball first. He barely heard Louise call, "Look out," before Rolf ploughed into him. Frankie went tumbling across the deck like a toppled skittle. That's a foul, said Louise. Ref? But the ref seemed to have disappeared. Rolf grinned at Frankie. Nothing wrong with a little shoulder barge. Max ran at the huge pirate, but bounced off his leg. We might as well try to tackle an oak tree, thought Frankie. Rolf kicked the ball to Scarlet. With a swish of her leg, she chipped the ball into the crow's nest. 1 apiece, said Scarlet. What are we going to do? Charlie said. Max's ears pricked up. We need to stop chasing our tails. Charlie rubbed his forehead with a gloved hand. I can't believe I'm taking advice from a dog. As the cannon sounded, Frankie sprinted towards the ball. Rolf charged in again, but Frankie stalled, then stepped nimbly past him. Cropper was closing in, so Frankie passed the ball to Louise. As she steadied herself to shoot, Scarlet came swinging down on a rope. Louise looked up and bounced the ball off the bottom of a mast. It rolled to Max's feet. Shoot, yelled Charlie. Knock it in, called Louise. Max took a few steps back, spun on the spot and kicked the ball with his back legs. It bounced off a barrel and flew up towards the crow's nest. He wagged his stubby tail in triumph. It's going in, thought Frankie. He's done it. Just as the ball hovered over the goal, Tyto flapped into view and battered it with his wing. The ball spun over the edge of the ship and landed with a splash. Drat and cats, barked Max. Everyone ran to the deck rail. I'll throw in, said Louise. Frankie saw the water churning with dozens of triangular fins. Sharks, he said. One of the deadly creatures broke the surface of the water, jagged teeth bared. If they eat the ball, we can't get home, said Charlie. But instead of swallowing the ball, the shark nosed it out of the water. Another one battered it into the air. A third thumped the ball with its tail. I guess sharks like football too, said Frankie. Either that, or they don't like the taste of leather, said Charlie. After passing it between themselves, one of the sharks flicked the ball back towards the deck. Over their heads, it stopped in midair, right on Rolf's hooked hand. Handball, yelled Frankie. It's not my hand, Rolf leered. Drawing back his arm, he tossed the ball into the crow's nest. 2-1 to the pillagers. Right. Tomorrow it will be chapter 5 for part 6. There's a conundrum for you, Tyler. Love you heaps and heaps and heaps. I will speak to you soon. I managed to get Fortnite on my phone. Now all I've got to do is work out how to make it work, because I did a little something or other, but it's a very small picture. So, nighty night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. By the way, my name on Fortnite is Angel of Herm. ANGELOFHERM, or ANGELOFHERM. Okay? So I will try and get on there and play on it later on, and I have no headphones, so I don't know how to do it. But I love you lots and lots and lots, and I will see you tomorrow. Nighty night, Tyler.